Hello. I am attempting to film a what I read in the week as a full-time college student, and I have a part-time job, and I want room for other hobbies. So, not a whole lot of reading, but enough. I am starting this video technically yesterday. I was filming it, but it was dark because it was nighttime. My roommate was hammering something. There was a cat running around, and my sister was talking. Hey.
I popped my ear.
Oh.
That's why she said that.
I'm filming a reading vlog.
Oh. Hey.
Michelle, come say hi. Technically, this video is starting last night around like 6 p.m. So Monday, February 24th at like 6:30 p.m. Last night, I finished the Darker Shades of Magic trilogy. I read the last like 180 pages of A Conjuring of Light. And oh my god, it was so good. I'm not a fantasy girl, I'm not a long books girl, and I'm not a series girl at all. And I ate that trilogy up. It was perfect, and there are no notes for me other than the ending was a little bit rushed. But that's okay, because we got a happily ever after, and that is what matters to me. And my next read is technically this. It is My Death by Lisa Tuttle. I have to read it for my writing class. The class is about how horror does not follow typical craft forms or whatever. And we have an assignment to rewrite the end of this book. So this is for class, so I'm not technically counting it as my next read because I'm not picking it. So I had a few I was trying to decide between. It was Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, 7 Days in June, can't remember the author, Us Fools, can't remember the author, and The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I ultimately landed on Supermarket by Logic, actually, the rapper. But my boss gave this to me like 2 years ago, almost probably, and I never read it. But I didn't want to get rid of it because I love my boss, and I was like, that was so sweet that he gave me this book. So it's about a guy who like witnesses a murder, I think, in a supermarket. Maybe he works there. I don't know, but very, very different from what I normally read, and I'm already in the mood to reading something different because reading the Darkest Shades of Magic trilogy was already very different for me. I don't like that usually. So I was like, let me just read something random. And this is also super different for me. So I'm in a phase of branching out, if you will. I kind of have a lot of free time this week because I have more exams than I have like assignments or anything, which most people wouldn't like that. I'm an exam girl. I love me an exam week because I have so much less work to do and I'm not really big on studying. I either know it or I don't. Also, I'm not gonna really count all of the reading I have to do for school besides this, because then we would be talking about 4 psychology textbooks, a English arguments textbook, an environmental science textbook. Yeah, and a big fat horror textbook. And I don't know if I'm not counting them on my Goodreads, so I'm not going to count them in this video. But yeah, I have to go to class soon, so I will catch y'all later. Was that ugly? Why did I do that? What? Okay, it's the next day. It is February 26th. It's like 10 a.m. Me and my boyfriend are gonna go to the library to do some school. I have a workshop piece I need to read and comment on, and then I do have a different reading I need to do for class tomorrow, but I really want to try and finish this. I did end up only reading 6 more pages yesterday before I took a nap, but is this just what my hair is gonna look like today, do we think? If I don't read any of this at the library, I'll probably read it when I get back. Because I don't think we'll be there for that long. But I'd like to get to like at least page like 70 or 80 today. Just so I don't have to spend my Friday reading this. And I'd like to finish it before Friday. So I do have time to read it tomorrow, but we'll see. I most certainly did not read at the library. I did everything else. I did the workshop readings and the discussions that I had to do for class today. And then I actually started writing my short story because there's a chance I'm gonna have to turn it in sooner than I originally was supposed to. Which I'm not too worried about. It only has to be like 15 pages. And it also doesn't have to be good. So, but now I'm gonna crack open my window because it's a nice day. I'm gonna read some of this, drink some more coffee, and yeah, I need to leave for class at like, okay, I don't need to leave until 2, but there's a goose I go and visit on campus every day, and I forgot to check on him yesterday. So I need to go say hi to him today. He's special because he doesn't have feet, and I named him Moose, and he's my best friend. Picture of Moose, insert here. He actually probably doesn't like me very much. I tried to 0.5 him one day, and then he hissed at me. It was really terrible. But anyway, I need to go see him today, so I'll probably leave at like 1:45, and it's around noon now. I do need to make something to eat, because I didn't really eat breakfast because I wasn't really hungry. But I think I'm gonna just read until I am hungry, and I will let you know how much I read. I'm not setting this up a lot because I'm about to talk for like 3 seconds. I read to page 80 of that book, and damn, it's literally so bright. But I'm about to leave for class. I will definitely finish that book. If not during my break in my classes tomorrow night. So, I'm gonna be so irritated when I go to edit this and I'm like sitting in this lighting. Okay, it's the next day. It's February 27th. It's Thursday. It's about 5 p.m. I took a nap after school because I deserved it. I'm not sick. My allergies are tweaking. I actually so badly needed to rub my eyes, I took my makeup off. And then I put an ungodly amount of eye drops in my eyes. So, but I want to tell you what I read at school today. Does my voice really sound like that right now? So, I finished My Death by Lisa Tuttle for my class. I low-key was confused and had to look up what was going on. But this was good. I probably could have read it in one sitting. I just didn't. Well, I have a break between my classes, and my first class got out even earlier because we just had a test, so we could leave when we finished. So I had a lot of time, and when I was done reading this, I was still in the mood to read, so I started Supermarket. I low-key thought I wasn't gonna actually start this, and I was gonna start Bride by Ali Hazelwood. But I started this, and I read the first, like, 50 or so pages. I don't like it by any means. It's fine. So I low-key want to see if I can finish this before, because today's the 27th. Tomorrow's the 28th. It'd be cool if I could finish it, because it's less than 300 pages, and I read this 53 pages in, like, 30 minutes. So, I think I could do it. I really, really, really like how it feels. Like, genuinely, while I was reading it, I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know if you can tell how it feels by the way this sounds. Don't look at my nose. I am, like... I wish I could, like, dip my head in liquid allergy medicine. You know? I swear I'm fine. I look terrible. Actually, my roommate said to me this morning, "Are you okay?" Because I looked so bad from my allergies. So that was really nice to hear. I'm, like, leaning because I'm trying not to put my shoes on my bed because I got ready to go for a walk and then remembered I needed to update this. So, I read Supermarket this morning. I finished it. It was really easy to read, and it was less than 200 pages. I left it with, like, 100 pages last night, and so I just read that really quickly when I woke up. Yeah, super easy to read. It's just a guy having, like, a schizophrenic breakdown. I didn't like it. Like, the writing was weird, and it was, like, quite vulgar in a way it didn't need to be. Like, I'm not a prude. Like, let's be real. But it was so unnecessarily vulgar in points where it didn't need to be, which I thought was weird. It was fine. I don't know. Free book. So, and it's no harm to make me read something different for once. So, yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. So I had a pretty active morning, did laundry, did a bunch of things, cleaned my room. But I'm gonna go for a walk. And then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna start Bride by Ali Hazelwood because I'm in the mood to read. And I am going to lunch later at 1. So I'm not gonna, like, sit and read the whole thing right now, but I do want to start it. But yeah, did so much. I never paint my nails colors. Look how cute it is. It, like, matches. But yeah, I'm gonna go for my walk. Don't you like the lean to not get my shoes on my bed? I know these aren't walking shoes. Don't even come at me, please. But I'm gonna go put my headphones on and my sunglasses and pretend like I don't exist. Okay, there's a garage band playing across the street. So I went for my walk, and then I just came back from lunch, But between those things, I did start Bride by Ali Hazelwood. It's fine so far. I just don't quite know what is happening or like what's gonna happen. Like the vampires and the werewolves and the humans all have their feuds. Whatever the fuck that means. So I don't know, it's fine. I'll probably read more a little later. I only read the first 36 pages. Okay, hey, it's the next day. I stayed longer at work, so I'm very tired and my head hurts much. But, so it's March 1st and it is 7:45 and I started Bride yesterday. I read the first couple chapters, or the prologue and the first chapter. My eyes hurt just from being awake, or I guess they hurt when I look at a screen. So I'm gonna read some of this. And I fear I have a lack of caffeine headache, so I'm drinking some coffee, even though it's late. But he wants attention. I heard him playing with his jellyfish toy. But yeah, so I'm gonna read some of this after I play with him, because he's not really allowed in here because I'm allergic to him. Oh, he's mad. Okay. Do you want to play jellyfish? Look. Here's jellyfish. So I'm going to do this for a minute. And then I'm going to read some of this. So it's fine so far. I know I'm probably not going to like it, but I'm just too curious to not read it. Hey, Bubba, no. Bubba, no. Bubba, no. Bubba, no. Oh my God. Okay, good morning. It's the next day, March 2nd. It is around 8 a.m. I think it's almost 8. I sat and read 100 pages of Bride last night. And I'm really not hating it. It's definitely silly. Like, I'm not gonna act like it's not. But I thought I was gonna be like rolling my eyes every 30 seconds, and it's not that. I also appreciate that Ali Hazelwood hasn't made them even touch each other yet in this first 150-ish pages, other than like, I don't know, he like protects her from this were that's trying to get her. Sorry, they call the werewolves wares in this. I don't know the lore. Maybe werewolf is like a slur or something to them. Oh, the girl's name is Misery, by the way. Misery's best friend went missing, and she thinks that Lo, the werewolf, has something to do with it. It is a bit of a slower read, only because the world building is important. Or it feels important. I don't know. I personally don't know anything about the werewolves and vampires. I never watched Twilight or read it. I don't know if that's anything like this, but I wouldn't know. But also, I swear I'm not sick. My allergies are, like, look at my eyes. That is not what eyes are supposed to look like. I'm not even tired. Like, I slept good. Yeah, I'm really not hating this. It's really stupid. Like, it's definitely silly. I'm not gonna act like it's not. But anyway, I'm gonna go get this going. Okay, it is now 6:33. I got home from work about an hour ago, and I ended up reading another 100 pages of this morning. It's weird. The, like, plot and, like, the mystery, or I guess it's the subplot, is, like, super good, and I'm interested. However, their relationship is so weird, and I knew that going into it, but my jaw was still on the floor. But I'm gonna try to finish it tonight. I have like 150 pages left. I might not because I'm tired. I'm like honestly impressed though, like with how interesting the subplot is when like the main thing is like vampire werewolf. Major props to like this not being entirely smut, because I thought it was gonna be. I'm not gonna say I like it. I'm just extremely interested. Okay, it is 8:30 and I just finished this. I can't decide if I'm glad that I spent money on this and decided to be curious. I think I should have stayed curious, but I think I've read worse things. I've definitely read worse things. It did take me a long time to read though. Like, it just took me 2 hours to read 150 pages, and normally it does not take me that long. But I don't know anything about werewolves and vampires, so I was reading very closely. But Yeah, man, I've done a lot of reading this week. So, there's a cat. Bubba!
He just jumped off your door, bro. Like, he did
I'm like trying to film and there's
he
a
literally did parkour off of your door.
Look how long he is. I mean, I'm not very tall, but it is Monday morning, or almost afternoon. It's 11:56. I finished Bride last night, which I think I told you about. Whatever with that book. And then I immediately picked out my next read, which is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. But I also did my assignment that was rewriting the end of My Death. I don't think the ending I wrote was better. I am so indifferent about this book, so I don't think I could have written a good ending for it if I tried. But I think I'm gonna do some stretching and then I'm gonna read this and then I'm gonna take a nap. Okay, hello, it's the afternoon. I'm finishing getting ready for work, but I read about 126 pages of Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. Okay, but that concludes my what I read in a week, which is funny because I actually read more this week than I have any weeks of the year so far. I am on my 8th book out of my reading challenge. Currently my goal is set to 50. I do plan on lowering it to 35 or 40 just because I want to focus on other hobbies instead of reading 1 million books for no reason. But let's just do a little recap. So a week ago I finished A Conjuring of Light, which was so good. And this put me in such a reading mood, which is why I think I read so much this week. But I then went to My Death for my class, and super easy to read, 100 pages. Nothing too crazy, so that was fun. Supermarket wasn't fun, but I'm glad I read it anyway, just because it's good to read different stuff. And then I read Bride, which also fun. I still don't know how I feel about this book. I think I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads, but yeah, and then I started this, so, and I read a good amount of this today. But yeah, very, very good reading week, especially like the diversity of all of this is crazy too. Like, I know one of them was for class, but like fantasy, literary horror, I don't know what this is. I think it's just like fiction, romance, werewolf vampire romance at that, and then like queer coming of age novel. But yeah, so that was super fun. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope it wasn't too chaotic. I think I want to do more of this. Maybe I'll do one like once every couple months or something. We'll see. I don't know, but I just think it's funny that I was like, I'm not gonna read a lot. This is what a full-time college student, part-time employee reads in a week, and I read like 4.5 books. That was but yeah, not a typical reading week, but I'm still glad I filmed it anyway. I hope you liked the video. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. How is that the second time I've done that in a video? I've never done that ever.